Alrighty guys, what is going up? Welcome back to the Best Investing Money Management channel on YouTube. In today's video, we are going to be talking about should you buy Amazon stock. Now, I hope you guys enjoy it. If you get anything in value out of this video, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe because it helps me out when you guys do that. Not to mention, guys, we do have a course. So if you want to learn more about investing, I'll put a link to it down below so you guys can check it out. Now, if we look and when we look at Amazon's chart, you can see Amazon's chart really hasn't done much. It doesn't have great growth. If we actually draw out the overall year-to-date return, we're only looking at about a 6 or 7% increase, which is extremely low. And the reason why I say that is because if we compare this to pretty much the market staple, the S&P 500, which got about a 29% return, and that did extremely well. So virtually, if you'd have bought Amazon stock 1 year ago, you'd have underperformed the market by about 25%, which compounded, first of all, over 1 year could add hundreds or thousands of dollars to your portfolio, and compounded over the course of a couple of years. Within 2 years, you're missing out on a 50% return if it just continues. So the biggest thing is when you're invested in Amazon, you're missing out on opportunity elsewhere, and that's called opportunity cost. And that is the biggest thing I want you guys to get out of this is opportunity cost is when you're invested into something, you could be missing out on opportunity elsewhere in the market. But if you'd have done some basic, technical analysis, you'd have noticed that Amazon has this tendency to start selling off near this 3,500 mark and start getting buying pressure right on this great upward trend and that 200 moving average line. So this yellow line represents a whole bunch of things. First of all, it instantly represents an overall trend indicator. So you can look at it and just get the general direction of the stock. Not to mention, guys, it also acts as support. When the stock is above it like it is right here and all up in here, it has this tendency to use it as support. So it hits it several times and we get buying pressure. Hits it, boom, buying pressure, buying pressure, buying pressure, buying pressure, and you could have done basic support and basic resistance for buying and selling. I think this is where you could make the most money off this stock in general, is buying at this support, selling up here, which gives you a 17% return in the matter of a month and a half. Not to mention, you could have done it again and again and again and just start really compounding your account just by understanding this basic support, basic resistance. Not to mention, guys, it hit it again right in here. We did get about a 2.5% just today, which is a very strong move for Amazon. Now, the main question, should you buy it? Right now, it's kind of in this middle ground. You can tell in the RSI, it's at a 50. Right in here, it's at about almost 3,500. So it will start getting some selling pressure very, very shortly. So the risk and reward right now does not add up. But if it was down in here at about 3,300, always hop in, set your stops early, or just hop in, hold it for a couple of months and sell it when it's higher. I really think Amazon is a very strong stock, a very strong company. But if we look at their fundamentals, they're only up 15.2% on the revenue. Comparing it to a whole bunch of other growth stocks, most are about 20 to 30%. And their net profit margin fell about 56%. So what that means is now anytime Amazon gets $100, they only profit $2.85, but obviously they're the most sought after e-commerce site. So that profit margin, really starts to add up just because they bring in billions of dollars. And you can see they missed one earnings in here. They have not been doing very well over the past quarter or so. I really think Amazon could be on this brink of getting a little bit of some selling pressure, which, hey, it's common for companies to go through a hard time. I get it. But you have to understand opportunity cost. So for me, Amazon, for a long-term investment and for the year of 2022, I'm not going to be buying and holding it for that whole year. I probably have a share or two, but I'm just holding that for, long-term investment just to have it. But for like a long-term where I'm dollar cost averaging in it, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be hoping that we get some selling pressure down to this 33 mark, practice some basic swing trades, and just letting it ride and just understanding this overall trend line. So obviously the first thing I would do if I were you, set an alert, create an alert right in here. you're going to want to go at or below, create it. So now when it starts selling off, you will get notified and you can hop in, set your stops early, because that's where I think you can make the most money off Amazon. Not off a long-term investment, but I would recommend, put a little bit in, about 1 or 2% of your portfolio, buy a couple of shares, and then start swing trading the rest. And that's where you can start making a lot of money off the stock. Does have that general upward trend, but honestly, right now, I would rather see you guys just invest in the S&P 500 than in Amazon, just because of the growth we've seen and the volatility that the stock is going through actually as we speak. With these shaky earnings, that's not the greatest news for, something like that. But hey, companies go through hard times all the time. You just have to be, aware of it, keeping an eye on the revenue, the profit margin, long-term debt, the cash on hand are all very important indicators for, turmoil of a company. So if you understand that, you guys will be just fine. But Amazon stock in general is not going anywhere. Pick up a little bit just so you have it and then start doing some swing trades. That's my analysis. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button and we'll see you later. Take care.